Hi, Paul Bellew, Galway GA Chairperson here to tell you about our new fundraiser, Win a Home Galway. For just €100, you could win a brand new sea view apartment in Salt Hill, Galway. Buy a ticket for this life-changing prize and you could be living minutes away from the famous Salt Hill prom while also having Galway City and Connemara on your doorstep. Just think, you could be living mortgage-free here in one of the most famous cities in the world, overlooking Galway Bay. To enter, simply log on to winahomegalway.com and buy your ticket. Thanks for the support and the very best of luck.
Good evening and you're welcome to Pearse Stadium in Salt Hill. It's the Bon Secure Galway Senior Football Championship Group A Round 1 clash between the holders Maigh Cuilinn and Spideal. That's a repeat of last year's opening round clash as well, where it was just a kick of the ball between the sides. We'll start with a look at the Spideal team. In goal, number 1, Manus Brannock. The full back line of Ivor 3, Jimmer Drynon. Number 19, Liam O'Farta, and number 17, Éanna O'Cuilinn. The half-back line, number 5, Kieran O'Lee, 6 is Micheál O'Cuilinn, and 7 is Seamus O'Drynon. At midfield is the partnership of number 8, Dara McInerney, and number 9, Pádraig Owen O'Cuilinn. The half-forward line of number 10, Sean O'Cuilinn, number 12, Liam O'Conneilla, and number 13, Diarmuid O'Doone. The full forward line of number 14, Cuilinn O'Leigh, number 18, Oisin O'Murish, and number 15 is Diarmuid De Bruyne. So that's the Spideal team. And Maigh Cuilinn then line out as follows. In goal, number 1, Andrew Power. The full back line of number 2, Conor Corcoran, 4, Niall Mulcahy, and now at number 13, Michael Mahan. The half back line of number 17, Johnny Maloney, number 6 is David Wynne, and at number 7 is Aidan Claffey. At midfield is number 9, Tom Clark, and number 20, James McLaughlin. The half-forward line, number 26 is Sean O'Connor, number 5 is Owen Kelly, and number 12 is Paul Kelly, and the full-forward line of number 11, Owen Gallagher, 14, Niall Walsh, and 15, Dessie Keneally, as we pause in Pearse Stadium for Hour on the Veen. So the defence of the Galway Senior Championship by Maigh Cuilinn begins here in Pearse Stadium this evening. The referee is Austin O'Connell in the middle of the field. And at this stage, it's great to introduce on co-commentary for the first time this year, former Galway footballer, former Galway United striker as well, Pádraig Cunningham. Pádraig, you're very welcome to join us here this evening, and I suppose no better way to start off than looking at the reigning champions Maigh Cuilinn and to see where they've been since they won their county title last year.
Yeah, definitely, Tommy. Great to be here this evening. Great to look out and watch Maigh Cuilinn get themselves up and running for the year. They've had a good old league campaign. They stayed in Division 2. They were comfortable. And now they've got some players missing tonight, but it's a good test for other players to get involved and see can they stake a claim on their team sheet for the year.
Absolutely. It's not a bad evening at the moment, but we've had really heavy showers and a strong breeze blowing here during the warm-up, which was a very intensive warm-up by both sides as well, it must be said. But the bottom line is here that Maigh Cuilinn are playing with the aid of the breeze in this first half. It's blowing from left to right, from the Owers, Sporn Troy and into Dr. Mannix Road in down to our right-hand side. And you'll be thinking that Maigh Cuilinn would be looking to get a good start here as the ball is in, game is on, and straight away it's gathered by James McLaughlin in the middle of the field. James, now, working the way forward. Nice little pass in towards Desi Keneally. Out the field it comes, back out as far as Owen Kelly. And now there's a chance here for Paul Kelly to open the scoring. We've only played 15 seconds. Well, they're starting off the way they finished last year, Pádraig. Great work there, moved the ball quickly, and in the end, Paul Kelly putting it over the bar.
Yeah, brilliant. It just came right from the hop. James McLaughlin got up, plucked the ball, drove straight at the Spideal defence, and then it was a lovely flowing move, and Paul Kelly came onto it and kicked the score from 25 yards.
Manus Brannock, the goalkeeper for Spideal, sporting a really bright pair of orange boots. If it gets dark, we'll have no problem picking them out, that's for sure, as the ball is won by Cuilinn in the middle of the field again. And they really are putting the pressure on Spideal, who are missing a couple of key players this year. That shot comes in and it's going to creep inside the right hand post as well. Good score this time by Owen Kelly, and that one has doubled the advantage. And if you were wondering, I suppose, Pádraig, beforehand, you know, what kind of Maigh Cuilinn team was going to turn up here, what kind of frame of mind they were going to be in, that's quickly put to bed after 60 seconds.
Exactly, yeah. They look hungrier than ever. So they look like even from the goal kicks, they're going from full press up the field. So they're really forcing Manus Brannock to go out long, or if he does get off short, it'll be hard to get it out, you know.
Free given away in the middle of the field, and Spideal will get an opportunity. They're playing against a very strong breeze, it has to be said, here in Pearse Stadium. Of course, another game going on at the same time as this is in Tuam Stadium in the Senior Football Championship as well. That's the meeting of newly promoted Dunmore McHale's up against St Michael's, and we'll be keeping a close eye on that one as well right throughout the evening. But it's all about the two Gaeltacht sides here in the first round of the Bonsecure Senior Football Championship in Group A. Spideal now enjoying a little bit of possession out around the middle of the field, backing over laterally they go towards Pádraig O'Cuillinn now.
No harm for Spideal doing this here now to kind of suck the life out of the game again at such a rapid start from Maigh Cuilinn, you know.
Yeah, need to slow it down a small bit maybe and get a bit of possession, but they've overturned the ball, and Maigh Cuilinn through David Wynne now have an opportunity to work it out towards Owen Gallagher, who likes to cover every blade of grass, puts in big shifts for his side right throughout the year, and the ball eventually comes to David Wynne now driving forward. Just over 2 minutes gone here if you're just joining us in Pearse Stadium, and it's the county champions 2 points to the good as the ball is moved this side of the field towards Sean O'Connor, and Connor back to Gallagher. Gallagher now has support on the shoulder, passes it inside there from Tom Clark as Kelly now has it, gets it out towards James McLaughlin, who thought about having a shot, put under plenty of pressure there, but there's enough of green and white jerseys there to gather up the possession, and Maigh Cuilinn can work it across the field here to unmarked player. Remember, they are playing with the aid of a very strong breeze as David Wynne now picks it up and goes towards the 45 metre line. Plenty of movement inside, just needs to probably try and find the right pass. It gets it inside, and now here's an opportunity for Maigh Cuilinn, but they go back out the field again towards Owen Kelly. Owen now driving towards the 45 metre line. Off he goes to Gallagher. Gallagher looking for the return pass. That's a good work here by Maigh Cuilinn. Chance for Paul Kelly. You'd imagine he should get his foot around this, but he's put under a lot of pressure. It might work for Niall Walsh now, and this could be the third point. It is the third point. Great start. 3.5 minutes gone, Pádraig. 3 points from Maigh Cuilinn. No score for Spideal.
Yeah, it comes from the turnover down the far end of the pitch. They work the ball up the end. The probe down one side, come out. David Wynne goes down one side, goes back in. Niall Walsh, the probe down the other side. Then they get a gap down the middle and kick a score. It's a great move, to be fair to Maigh Cuilinn.
They touch down the kick out, but it's picked up by Spideal, who are putting themselves under a little bit of pressure over on the far side, but managed to hold on to possession, try and work it forward. The referee says it was over carrying by the Spideal player. The man in question was the number 15, Diarmuid de Brún, and it allows a free to be taken quickly in the direction of Desi Keneally outside the 21 metre line, 5 metres in from the sideline on the far side of the field. They're definitely turned up and they're definitely tuned in. That's the fourth different scorer for Maigh Cuilinn as well, as the referee is, I think there might be an injury there to him. Maigh Cuilinn player, but great score. Yeah,
it's a fantastic kick really. Like Desi gets 2-3 yards of space, turns inside in his right foot, and the rest did itself.
Yeah, 4 points to no score. It's a huge statement in the early stages by the county champions. The referee is allowing. He's going to stop the clock for a moment.
Paul Kelly getting attention over there.
Yeah, Paul Kelly getting attention on the far side. We're just in the 5th minute of action here. Decent crowd in as well, it must be said, from both Spideal and Maigh Cuilinn. As Manus Brannock now. Probably going to have to try and get the trajectory of these a little bit lower, because they're just hanging up in the breeze, allowing Maigh Cuilinn to come onto them. But it's Spideal who pick it up, trying to make a little bit of head ground, but it's not just happening for the men. Yeah, as the referee says, a boot in there by on Spideal. Wing back, the number 5, Kieran O'Leary, and Paul Kelly can take the free quickly. In over the top it goes. 50-50 ball. Really should be a defender's ball in there, and it's a chance for Maigh Cuilinn to go back in there. He's really boxed up there, and the referee said in the end there's a hand coming in. And I suppose if you were on Spideal, Pádraig, and you're coming into the first round of the championship, it's the second year in a row that you come up against Maigh Cuilinn, but the first time that you come up against them as county champions, the theory is this the best time to catch the county champions? But you know what we've seen in the opening 5.5 minutes or whatever is, you know, it's going to take a big effort from on Spideal. Firstly, to keep the score down till half time, where they probably will have the breeze at their backs in the second half. But you know what? You'd imagine even at this stage they just need to, you know, settle down and maybe get a score or two.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Like if they can just work the ball up the field, even get a score, just get the confidence back and get rid of some of the nerves they had. Like obviously they're playing a Maigh Cuilinn team that has a few players missing, but it doesn't look like it at the moment after the first 6 minutes. But hopefully Spideal can get up the field, make a bit of a competitive game out of it.
And of course, you mentioned people missing for Maigh Cuilinn. A couple of key players missing for on Spideal as well this evening.
Yes, exactly. You're missing like the likes of Finian O'Leary and Anthony O'Leary today, 2 top class forwards on their days, probably 2 brilliant players to be involved in even an inter-county setup. But look, this is a good move here from Spideal. Hopefully they've held on to the ball well and probing here with a chance maybe of a score. Yeah,
it's a great cross-field ball there. It's allowing a little bit of space to the on Spideal player to come forward, but he slips, but it eventually comes out to Jeremy De Bruyne. Bruyne now, not a lot of options. The referee says ran out of options. 3 out, nearly 7 minutes gone in the first half here, and Maigh Cuilinn lead by 4 points to no score. Points in the early 4 minutes from Paul Kelly, Owen Kelly, Niall Walsh and Desi Keneally have given that advantage to the county champions. We'll take the free quickly. Look like they're not under a lot of pressure out there, and they're able to play the ball, play the game at their own pace, as Kelly now gets it out to James McLaughlin.
A big thing for Spideal here would be probably just to stay in the game, not concede too much of a score, not be too far behind, and hopefully then they can, in the second half, push on and get up the field themselves and put a bit of pressure under Maigh Cuilinn.
Lovely ball in there. We'll talk about the man that sent it in a minute. We spoke about him before the game, Pádraig, because the new man in the block for Maigh Cuilinn, Johnny Maloney, the ex-Offaly player. Looks a fine athlete there, and they sent a beautiful crossfield ball in. You know, he got onto it, and he could see that the pass was to that left-hand side. He put it in. There was a foul, I think, on Desi Keneally inside, and now there's a free inside the D. But he looks a lively piece out there.
He does. He looks like a big, strong man, so he does, to be fair to him. I wouldn't like to run into him and get a hit of a shoulder now, to be honest.
As Desi gets the first point from a free for Maigh Cuilinn, his second one, 2 in a row for him, and Maigh Cuilinn go 5 points to no score up here, and we played 8 minutes of action in the first half. So all our notes are green so far here. All our scores are green on our notepad, and it's Maigh Cuilinn comfortably ahead by 5 points, no score.
It's very interesting here from the Spideal kick out. They're squeezing. They have 4 men in the full forward line. They're really forcing Spideal to kick the ball out long and try to not kick the ball short, because if they do go short, like it's a turnover high up the pitch and probably a goal chance for Maigh Cuilinn.
Yeah, and Spideal now have worked it through the hands and worked it over to the far side of the field. Coming off the shoulder there was Dara McHenry, and now a little bit of advancement from on Spideal. Support coming this side from Pádraig O'Curry, and in the end the referee gives the free in to on Spideal inside the 45-metre line, and I'd imagine this one is Manus Brannock could be making the long way run up. Well, it's going to take every ounce of energy, I think, that Manus Brannock has to get a boot into that, Pádraig. You'd know from taking frees probably over the years as well that that's a very strong breeze, and you know you're talking about maybe 35 metres out and into the teeth of a very strong breeze. You've got to get this one right on the meat.
Yes, exactly, you do. Yeah, this is, to be fair to Manus, no, he's a fellow with a beautiful strike of a ball off the ground, and he's proved it before in recent games for on Spideal. So I'd fancy to back him here to kick this one.
It's had busy year as well, of course, involved as joint manager along with Fiona Wynne of the Galway ladies footballers. Disappointing to see their run come to an end here in Pearse Stadium a couple of weeks ago, but right now all Manus's focus is on this free in for on Spideal. He strikes it well. It's a great kick off the outside of the boot. He never lost it. You could see him up once or twice more before the day is out, but he's a lovely strike of the ball right from a dead ball.
Beautiful strike of a ball, to be fair to Manus, and that's a great kick, and it settles the nerves, I think, now for on Spideal. They've pushed up on this kick out and they're trying to force it off, but to be fair to Andrew Power and goals, he gets the ball off short to David Wynn, so he doesn't, and Maigh Cuilinn on the attack again.
On Maigh Cuilinn, 5 points on Spideal. 1 point with just over 10 minutes gone in the first half here in Pearse Stadium, where the weather thankfully has cleared up a little. It's not raining and the breeze is still blowing, but it's not as strong as it was. Desi Keneally from a similar spot that he scored his opening point gets it back to Owen Gallagher. Gallagher goes through the on Spideal defence. This is dangerous here if Paul Kelly can get onto it, but the pass is overhit. There was an opportunity there to get inside the on Spideal defence, but good reading there by the men in blue and yellow to somehow on Spideal player goes to ground. I don't know if there's anything untoward there. The referee Austin O'Connell is going to have a word, I think, with Sean O'Connor. Just a little ticking there, I think, for him.
It looks like it.
And a word to on Spideal player just to calm it down. No one hurt. Play can continue. And on Spideal now, maybe buoyed on by that score from Manus Brannock from a free after 10 minutes, might fancy their chances of getting themselves right back into this game. Remember, they lost by 3 points at this stage last year, 15 points to 12, which was a very well contested opening round clash as well. Of course, this is the Bond Secure Senior Championship Group A, which also includes, it must be said, the likes of Annadown, St James's, Milltown and Letramore. What do you think of that group, Pádraig? It's no easy game.
No easy game in that group. There's another Annadown and James's tomorrow will be a great battle. And same for Milltown and Letramore.
Yeah.
It's a cracking hit there, so it is.
Yeah, fair
Conor
hit.
Corcoran.
Fair hit by Conor Corcoran. The Spideal player forced out over the line, and we're coming up on 12 minutes gone in the first half, and the score remains on Maigh Cuilinn, 5 points on Spideal, 1 point. As the ball worked out there by Johnny Maloney, off it goes to the cornerback Niall Mulcahy. And Owen Kelly now has an opportunity to weigh up the options in the middle of the field. Crossfield ball, decides to go instead to Tom Clark. Clark will weigh up his options, hold on to the ball, make sure that the pass finds a green jersey, and Maigh Cuilinn work it through the hands and work a couple of short passes and forward towards James McLaughlin, just inside the 45-metre line. Back out it goes, then towards Clark, who began the move, and back towards David Wynn. Sends a lovely ball in over the top. Oh, well taken there. Here's a chance now for Maigh Cuilinn. They're going to go for a goal here now. They're going to pop it up and over the bar. Excellent score there by Niall Walsh, I think, the full forward. They picked him out with a beautiful pass, and he did the rest. He's a big man inside, Pádraig.
Yeah, he is. He's a great target man for Maigh Cuilinn. It was a great move, to be fair, and they found David Wynn in a bit of position, and he delivered a great ball inside to Niall Welch, and it was a score for Maigh Cuilinn.
6 points to 1. And on Spideal must go at it again. It really is difficult for them to move that ball forward. They've got to try and find short series of hand passes to work it out. They were lucky they didn't get turned over on that occasion, but they have possession through Seamus O'Dryan on, albeit back towards their own 45-metre line, but they've got to try and work it forward now. Looking for support, and the support is forthcoming. Man this side of the field, Liam O'Connell, fine player in his time and in his days in the Spideal jersey. He's getting pulled and dragged there by
that could be questionable there.
Yeah, the referee now has spotted that the foul was back there, Liam O'Connell, and the referee's going to talk. I don't know, is it Johnny Maloney that he's going to talk to? He's talking to this man right down. The notebook.
It's Michael Maughan, I think.
Yeah, Michael Maughan, Pádraig,
yeah.
I think you're right there. It's just hard to see the number on the front of the Maigh Cuilinn jerseys, because that's the smallest number on the jersey. But Austin O'Connell, for something that was seen as a pullback there, I'm not quite sure that was classed as a yellow or a black card. Yellow it is. He's told him that there was 3 tackles, 2 noted earlier, and that one then accumulated to a yellow.
Yeah, definitely. Like, to be honest, I was hemming and hawing myself whether it was a black card, because the ball was delivered and then move played on, but Austin came out with the yellow card, and then Spideal move forward with the ball again.
Yeah. Out around the middle, they still have possession through Pádraig Owen Cuilinn. And interesting to see how far back Maigh Cuilinn have retreated there. They just said, well, okay, let's all get back and let on Spideal come at us, see what they've got. But it's forcing on Spideal into playing the ball out around the middle of the field again. Picked up this time by Éanna O'Curreen. 6 points to 1. The county champions lead here as we reach the midway point of the first half in Pearse Stadium. 15 minutes gone on the clock, and it's 6 points to 1. And again, everyone bar one Maigh Cuilinn player are back behind the ball, as they put up their defensive lines, and they're making on Spideal work across the field laterally. Well, on Spideal are patient. Here comes Dara McInerney now. Sells one or two.
Well.
He lost 3 or 4 Mike Cuilinn players in that piece of action. He's going to go for a score from out here. Be a great score if it goes over, but again, it's just forced out to the left-hand side and wide. I'll make that the first wide of the contest, Pádraig, and we played 15 and a half minutes gone, but crucially, you know, Mike Cuilinn have had no wide, and they've had 6 chances and they've got them all.
Yes, correct, Tommy. And to be fair to Mike Cuilinn, I was actually very surprised to see 14 men behind the ball, so deep and defending deep in defensive line. But as you could see, they got out to the ball, pushed up on the pressure and pressurised on Spideal. Spideal probably took a low percentage shot and it went to the left and wide.
Here goes Johnny Maloney now, past the 45-metre line. Lovely little pass inside to wide towards Niall Walsh. Walsh thought about having the shot, but was bottled up pretty quickly by the on Spideal defence. And Maloney will start a move again, which will involve the man at wing back, Aidan Claffey, to Owen Gallagher, who's seen a lot of ball in the early stages here. Back it goes to Claffey, and Claffey now has the support from Tom Clark and Johnny Maloney. Maloney now works it off. Owen Gallagher makes himself available all the time for Mike Cuilinn. He's a great man to carry the ball, great man to get a score as well. This looks good from out the field. It's a superb effort. An excellent effort by Owen Gallagher. Gets himself on the scoreboard, gets his account up and running for 2023, but that was patient work by Mike Cuilinn.
It was indeed, yeah, and it actually came from the run of Johnny Maloney. I kind of followed his run down the field. He broke the gap and he went through a gap and he created a space, because the Spideal defender had to decide whether he had to go with Johnny Maloney or press out to Owen Gallagher, and Owen Gallagher got the 3 or 4 yards he needed and kicked a beautiful score.
So on Spideal, trailed by 6. 17 minutes of the first half have passed away here in Pearse Stadium. And just that solitary point after 10 minutes for on Spideal from the boot of Manus Brannock, the goalkeeper, from a free, which is about 35 metres out, which was probably equivalent to about 55 metres out given the strength of the breeze. As on Spideal now go about trying to work this ball forward again. But every time they get a pass off, there's a pressure coming on from 1 or 2 of the Mike Cuilinn players. Their work ethic is really, really strong, and they forced the overturn on the far side as well, and the sideline ball for Mike Cuilinn.
Yeah, you said it there yourself, Tommy. Their work ethic is unbelievable. The man on the ball, he has about 2 or 3 seconds, and if he doesn't get rid of it, there's pressure coming. It's really impressive, to be fair, from Mike Cuilinn.
Yeah, they're starting off as they finished last year, of course, county champions, winning it here against Salthill in Pearse Stadium, and their opening game in 2023 back at the Salthill venue, and back what they do best so far, but that could change somewhat in the second half. That breeze is pretty strong and is probably worth 4 or 5 points at least, as the referee has given a free, has he, on the way over on the far side, as Desi Keneally will go out to probably have a crack at this one now. This is right on the sideline on the far side of the field, about
30-metre line.
Yeah, 30-metre line, Pádraig, and on the sideline, so he will fancy his chances with the breeze. This is about getting it up in the air, getting it on target and letting the breeze do the rest, just getting that line kind of fairly right, as he fancies himself for this one for sure, as we watch Desi Keneally take it 1 or 2 steps inside, drops it in towards the post, but it never got over to the right hand post far enough, and that's the first wide for Mike Cuilinn, 1 for Spideal, and Mike Cuilinn leads 7-1.
Yeah, you said yourself, Tommy, he probably didn't get enough height in the ball to let it travel with the wind, but it was a good effort, to be fair to Desi, and the first wide after 18 minutes is pretty decent going, to be fair. Yeah,
they've 7 points to on Spideal's 1, and we're 19 minutes nearly gone. The referee, I'm not quite sure what he's I think he's just letting Manus Brannock know that, you know, if you want to kind of delay the kick out, he'll be adding on seconds at the end of it as well. But in fairness to Manus, like, he wasn't going to kick that ball just for the sake of kicking it either, Pádraig. Like, you know, that's a very strong breeze, and you got to make sure it goes to hand, and this time it hasn't. Niall Walsh now for Mike Cuilinn, off to Desi Keneally. Plenty of free players this side of Johnny Maloney, the Offaly man. Oh, lovely little pop pass to Owen Gallagher. Put him under a little bit of pressure, but here goes Gallagher. Goal chance for Mike Cuilinn. Shot in the back of the net. All done by Johnny Maloney. Yeah. Would you believe it? Setting up Owen Gallagher. You thought for a minute, Pádraig, the pass was, you know, under hit or whatever. No, but Gallagher stayed going. Ball in the back of the net. Major score. And very difficult to see where on Spideal are going to come back into this. The goal coming in the 20th minute and finished off well by Owen Gallagher.
Yeah, it was a great team move, to be fair, and Johnny Maloney's hand pass looked like it was putting Owen under a bit of trouble, but he came out of it with 2 or 3 bodies around him and a great finish into the bottom right hand corner.
Well, we've had the opening goal here, and Johnny Maloney now might want a point as well off the left boot. He looks a classy outfit here, puts that up and over the bar. We're getting the first glimpses of the man in the Maigh Cuilinn jersey in the championship this year, and so far he's assisted for the goal, assisted for a couple of points, and now he's on the scoreboard.
Exactly, yeah. Look, to be fair, it's a late run coming there, and he's pushed clean through, shot at the top of the D, and it's a score. He looks a big threat and a big addition for the Maigh Cuilinn team.
1-8 to a point. If you're just joining us, it's certainly is all about the men from Maigh Cuilinn as they drive forward again. They want a big advantage at half time. They've got a big advantage already, but they wanted more. Ball spinning over the top there from David Wynne towards Desi Keneally. Looking for runners. The runner is Niall Walsh. Niall Walsh towards the post, high and up and over the bar. It's really, really top-class stuff. On Spideal just don't have any answer. That's as simple as it is, Pádraig. The class is different.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly it. It's frightening to think of the inter-county stars as well that are missing for this Maigh Cuilinn team. David Wynne there, wins the foul, looks up straight away, finds Desi Keneally in a tiny bit of space, delivers the ball, runner off his shoulder, high and over the bar again from 20 yards. It's a great score from Maigh Cuilinn.
1-9 to a point, and Spideal win the kick out. And it's a long way up to the other end of the field right now for them, as they try and somehow get a score or two before half time. The latest we have from Tuam Stadium is St. Michael's 3 points, Dumore McHale's 2. And that's a big game too, Pádraig, for Dumore McHale's intermediate champions last year, getting a chance to go up and play at senior level. And it's a different level, of course, but I'm sure they've prepared well for that as well.
Yeah, most definitely. Like I know they had a bit of a loss at the start of the year, losing probably one of their main men of last year was Matthew Reddington. But for Dumore McHale, it's great to be back in senior football. They put their hearts into it the last couple of years.
Here we go. Chance. There could have been a goal. Sorry, Pádraig.
Yeah.
It was Aidan Claffey. He had loads of time maybe to find the bottom of the net or the back of the net, but decided he'd put the ball up and over the bar. And Aidan Claffey gets on the scoreboard as well. But we're looking at 23 minutes gone in the first half. Another point from another different Maigh Cuilinn player, 110 to Spideal's 1 point. It's a 12-point advantage. And I'd say the half-time whistle probably can't come quick enough for the Pádraig Naughton, Martin O'Connell, Timmy O'Flaherty, Micheál O'Doon, Donald O'Flaherty, and all the backroom team. They have a big backroom team involved with Spideal, but you know, to be 12 points down, you need a goal probably, but, you know, just to give yourself a bit of a hope, some sort of a break.
Yeah,
here they go.
Liam O'Connell looks done very well here.
Yeah, he's got a right good run. That's a good score against the breeze by Liam O'Connell. Picked up a little bit of a knock as well. It's on Spideal's second point. We're allowing with the medics to come in just to have a look at Liam O'Connell there, but he made that point himself and finished it off brilliantly, Pádraig. You know, he ran at the Maigh Cuilinn defence into the breeze and put it over the bar for only their second point. Yeah,
he started on his own 65 and he just carried the ball. He kept going and going and going, broke one or two tackles and got a bit of space on the left-hand side of the pitch and a great score. So it was into the wind. But that last score from Maigh Cuilinn, it was very impressive. It was a Manus Brannock kick out and there was turnovers, a full forward line, worked so hard to turn over the ball from Maigh Cuilinn and turned it over really high up the pitch. I don't think the Spideal lads got outside their own 45 with that attack and turned it over from Maigh Cuilinn, got an attack, and Aidan Claffey tapped it over the bar.
Great to see club action back, Pádraig. You involved yourself, of course, with your own club, Headford, and all through the inter-county season, like I suppose all the guys were training for their own respective clubs, and now we're back at the time where it's all about the club, and you know, all the hard training is done, and it's great to see, you know, the championship back up and running again.
Yeah, it is. It's fantastic. To be fair, like everyone loves going to inter-county games, to senior games, but when it comes down to it, you go back to your clubs, play with your clubs. It's an exciting time. The last 4 or 5 weeks, even building up to the championship weekend this weekend, it's been great, and it's like even for myself playing with Headford, like we've been training hard the last couple of weeks, and we've been pushing on, trying to get back up again, and like. I'm just proposing myself for the game for the weekend.
Absolutely, it's a great time of the year, and of course the hurling championship starts next week, so it'll be every second week in Galway with the hurling and the football, and we began this evening with the Bon Secure Senior Football Championship. 25 minutes gone nearly in this first half. Desi Keneally has a free about 55 metres out, and the breeze behind him. They lead by 110-2. He's going to drop this one in. Dangerous ball. Niall Walsh puts up the hand. It breaks inside. Back out it comes. Gallagher goes up. Just up and over the crossbar because he easily have dipped underneath, and Gallagher gets another score for Maigh Cuilinn. and he gets a point to add to his goal and a point already. So 1-2 for Owen Gallagher, I make it, as the clock ticks into the 26th minute here. And again, it's Mike Cuilinn really back, going to town on Spideal at the moment, driving forward. Aidan Claffey still going, fisted effort by Claffey, and the umpire on the right hand side is the busiest man in this first half. That's the 12th time he's reached down for that white flag. 1-12 to 2 points, and it simply is really show of intent, Pádraig, by Mike Cuilinn in this opening half.
Yes, it definitely is. James McLaughlin there just came through the back and smashed the ball forward into the half-forward line, who were turning to receive the ball and push forward. Runners clean off the ball. Aidan Claffey then gets the ball hand passed over the bar. It's a great score, to be fair to them.
Again, you can see that kick out hanging in the breeze from Manus Brannock. Breaks in the middle of the field, picked up by Johnny Maloney, and Maloney offloads it quickly to Paul Kelly. Paul Kelly shot blocked down, but it's breaks to the ever alert Desi Keneally. Fast is onto it, back to Paul Kelly. Of course, no Sean Kelly here today, but I'm sure he'll be around at the business end of things here. Ball in towards Niall Walsh, knocks it down to himself, tries to pick it up, but deemed to have touched it on the ground by the referee, Austin O'Connell. But again, you can see he's a big target man in there, Pádraig, and he's probably about 6 or 7 inches taller than the Spideal player that's marking him. So if Mike Cuilinn don't move it between the hands and short, they're hitting it in long to Niall Walsh.
Yeah, they're keeping great space in there for Niall Walsh, to be fair, and if a runner goes in, he comes back out again. There's great space left in front of Niall, and if they're held up 40, 35, 40, 50 yards out from goal, they're looking to deliver the ball into him, which is great. And as you said yourself, Tommy, he has a bit of a height advantage on the full-back, and he's causing a good bit of danger for them. 1-12
to 2 points as we head towards the last 3 minutes of the first half of normal time here. We're in the 27th minute right now, and it's a very handsome lead for the county champions as they walk the ball forward now by on Spideal, trying to see can they get another score. 2 points is their tally so far. Manus Brannock and Liam O'Conneilla registering points for on Spideal, who have possession between the 65 and 45 metre line. The ball works its way to Sean O'Curreen. So tries to get a pass across. Again, it's a laboured effort, and might still work out for Spideal, but it's really mopped up and bottled up there by Mike Cuilinn. Referee Austin O'Connell keeping a close eye on the steps, but it's fair, and Spideal still have it. Now they need to work it forward. Advantage being played. Manus Brannock may make the long walk up again. We've got about 2 minutes and 10 seconds of normal time left in this first half. But
he's making the trot up all right, Tommy.
Yeah, and I think even Pádraig to run in against that breeze to get up to where the free is from, that takes a bit of extra effort, and he's central in front of the goal, about 40 metres out, and he made his intentions known quite early that he was going to come up and take this one. So looking for the third point of the first half. Manus Brannock into the Oris Borno throw in on our left hand side. Puts the ball on the deck. 5 or 6 steps back towards the 45 metre line. The one last look at the post and try and gauge this and get a good purchase on the kick. Here he comes, strikes it in, strikes it well.
Beautiful strike again.
A really, into the teeth of a very strong breeze. That's a great kick, and there was never going anywhere else, like right over the maroon spot, which is on the crossbar down to our left hand side. Second point for him.
Yeah, it's a great kick from Manus. So it is probably 40 yards out, and as you said yourself, that wind is probably an extra 20 yards on your kick. So to be fair, it's a great kick, a good score for Spideal.
Referee over on the far side going to give a free for, not quite sure what happened there. The fourth official will put up the board in a minute. It looks like to me is going to be 2 minutes added on. Yeah, well, 2 minutes at the end of the first half to be added on here. 1-12 for Mike Cuilinn. That's 15. 3 points for Spideal. A 12-point advantage as we see out the final 30 seconds plus 2, which is 2.5 to go here. Mike Cuilinn not giving up, or not taking the foot off the gas here, still going forward. Owen Gallagher now on the 45 metre line, looking for the pass that might come, but looking for a drop-in ball in around the house. Manus Brannock is alert in the goals for Spideal. Just dropped inside James McLaughlin, I think it was in there, that was the intended target, but hit Spideal nearly put Desi Keneally in, gets a boot in illegally, so, and that'll be a free out, and Spideal will take it quickly, trying to get the ball up the other end of the field as we hit the 30-minute mark here. Working it out is Liam O'Farrell. needs support, needs it quickly, but it's not forthcoming just right now. He's got to turn back again. And all the time, Maigh Cuilinn, when they don't have the ball, putting the squeeze on, putting the pressure on, and forcing on Spideal just into a series of lateral hand passes, trying to gain some bit of initiative, some bit of ground, but it's all slow, it's all laboured for them because they're against the breeze, they're put under a lot of pressure. And Liam O'Conneilla now, the man
really
that's
struggling
scored.
to get out of the middle third.
Yeah, really struggling. Liam O'Conneilla has
well.
been probably one of the better players for. Oh, gets a heavy knock there. The referee is going to give a free in. It was just.
He's been one of the bright sparks for Spideal in this half, hasn't he, Tommy?
Yeah, he's lively. Yeah, he's not afraid to take them on. It's a hard job to solo into the teeth of that breeze as O'Conneilla takes it. Madness Brannock thinking maybe of coming up again. Liam O'Conneilla might fancy his chances from here. It's about 30. It's hardly even. It's just outside the 21 metre line, but it's a tough free now to see if he can curl this one in and judge the breeze. Another point for them would be a good fill-up just before half-time. We're in the final 50 seconds here. O'Conneilla, that's a well-taken free again. That's no effort from him. Just guide that up and over the bar. 112-4. Liam O'Conneilla and Madness Brannock have both tallied 2 points apiece. And that's on Spideal's total. 31 and a half minutes gone here. We're in the final 30 seconds of time being added on at the end of the first half. Kick out from Andrew Power, gathered in the middle of the field by on Spideal. Good work by them. Referee says a push in the back. And Liam O'Conneilla will take it to this side towards Pádraig Owen O'Curreen. And Spideal trying to finish with a bit of a flourish here before half time as O'Curreen goes for the return pass. Needs support. Coming to help is Cuilinn O'Leigh. Off it goes then to Sean O'Curreen towards the end line. Can't step inside the Maigh Cuilinn defence. So on Spideal going to have to work it out towards Cuilinn O'Leigh. Ball comes away from him. The clock has gone past the 2 minutes of added on time. The referee, Austin O'Connell, says that's enough. Blows the half-time whistle. And an 11-point advantage at the break to Maigh Cuilinn, the county champions. 112-4 points. And I'm sure the one team that really want to get in there right now is on Spideal and, just, I suppose, regroup, have a chat and see what can they do about, putting in a better performance in the second half with the breeze behind them. But, that was a tough first half for on Spideal. Yeah,
to be fair, Tommy, Maigh Cuilinn have came out with intent, so they have, and they've set the bar high for the first 30 minutes and that, and now it's on Spideal to come back and with that gale of a wind and try to get back into the game.
So it's half-time here in Pearse Stadium in the Galway Senior Football Championship. Group A, round one clash between Maigh Cuilinn and Spideal. And at half-time, the county champions lead here in Salthill. Half-time score, Maigh Cuilinn, 1 goal and 12 points. On Spideal, 4 points.
Hi, Paul Bellew, Galway GA chairperson here to tell you about our new fundraiser, Win a Home Galway. For just €100, you could win a brand new Seaview apartment in Salthill, Galway. Buy a ticket for this life-changing prize and you could be living minutes away from the famous Salthill prom while also having Galway City and Connemara on your doorstep. Just think, you could be living mortgage-free here in one of the most famous cities in the world, overlooking Galway Bay. To enter, simply log on to winahomegalway.com and buy your ticket. Thanks for the support and the very best of luck.
second half of the Bonsecure Senior Football Championship Group A clash between Cuilinn and Spideal, and a healthy lead at half time for the county champions, 112 to 4 points. Quick glance around the field, don't spot any changes at half time for the county champions. Down to our left hand side, a good group of forwards together having a quick chat. In the middle of the field is Tom Clark and James McLaughlin exchanging a few passes between each other. Austin O'Connell, the referee, out there as well, and the backs and the goalkeeper down to our right hand side as we await the arrival as on Spideal. I suppose if you're a manager of on Spideal inside at half time, Porrick, is not an awful lot you can do. Only, I suppose, go out and try and, I was going to say save face, but try and win this second half if you can.
Exactly, yeah. That's the aim for on Spideal in the second half. They come out here and just even keep the scoreboard ticking for themselves and not let the score difference go up, because the score difference could be massive come the end of this league group.
Absolutely, that's another interesting point that you just made there. Of course, scoring differences in a group that has 6 teams in it. We told you about that earlier. The other teams, Annadown, James is in action tomorrow, and Milltown, Letchermore as well in there. So, if you take Cuilinn and Annadown, maybe you'd be saying they'll be maybe the 2 top teams in that group. But then you got James's on Spideal, Letchermore and Milltown. Very much, either side could beat each other at any given stage. So I suppose not to lose by too much, and that is a very valid point.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you just have to go out now and try win the second half, as you said, Tommy, and push on for Spideal and get the confidence back to themselves, and then they can move forward to round 2 for themselves.
So both sides back out, ready to go. It's not raining here at the Salthill venue at the moment. The breeze is still blowing from left to right. Maybe not as strong as it was in the first half. As the ball's in, the game is on, and on Spideal trying to get off to a good start at the start of this second half. Have possession. The ball transferred to Kieran O'Leigh. Kieran now. Back it goes towards Micheál O'Curreen, and O'Curreen decides to go over to the far side of the field and work it towards Jamer De Bruyne, who might have picked up a bit of an injury there. He's struggling a little bit as he works his way forward, but gets involved again. Has a chance to get it to Dara Moconree, and Moconree out towards Micheál O'Cureen, and Curreen drives a long ball in. As they're pushed there, no play on, says the referee. Plenty of Cuilinn jerseys there, including Michael Mahan back there to work it out towards the cornerback Conor Corcoran, and Corcoran now will work it towards Owen Kelly. All this happening inside the Cuilinn 45-metre line as they try and transfer that quickly. It's their turn at the start of the second half to work the ball short against the breeze, as on Spideal player goes to ground. I
thought it'd be a third man hit there now from...
Yeah, Austin O'Connell going in to see if that player's okay. I don't think he's going to talk to Maloney. That nothing untoward happened there. He just went to ground, as it's the full forward Cuilinn O'Leigh who went to ground. And the referee pointing at something or other there where play will continue. So no foul, but we do have a on Spideal player, Porrick, down on the far side. I think that is Jamer De Bruyne. He looked a little bit dodgy at the start of the second half, got involved in 1 or 2 passes, but he could be in a bit of trouble here, so you could be seeing a change there very quickly.
Yeah, he looked like he had a bit of discomfort. Even he was in for the hop. It looked like he collided maybe with James McLaughlin, and it looks a bit in discomfort to be right.
Now on Cuilinn, take the free ball given back, won well there by Owen Kelly. Kelly now put under pressure. The referee says he's held on to it too long, and they kicked the ball away as well. This is going to go in about 50 metres now instead of 20.
I'd say Manus Brannock will step up and fancy himself for this one.
He's already on the way, Porrick. You can see him. He's making his way. His free is about 55 metres out from goal, straight in front of the post. He had no difficulty getting it. The 2 he took in the first half, and he'll certainly have a right good cut at this one. He's been squared up to there by one of the Cuilinn players.
David
Wynn having a quick word with the man as I suppose trying to put him off if anything else. 2.5 minutes gone in the second half. We've yet to have the score, but it's on Spideal's opportunity now through the boot of Manus Brannock from 55 metres out. Not a great kick, dropping in towards... comes off a defender in there. I'd say that to me looks like it's a 45. The Austin O'Connell, that to me looked like it came off a green jersey or green boot, if you want to call it that, but I'm not quite sure. It was hard to see in there. The 2 umpires been spoken to by the referee, Austin O'Connell, and they're happy that it did go wide, and it was a boot from on Spideal. it could have gone anywhere, Pádraig, really.
Yeah, it could have. It kind of frightened the life of me myself here, so I thought it was flying into the top corner.
Yeah.
Manis didn't really connect with the kick himself now, I'd say. He'll be a bit disappointed with that one.
Yeah, never got it on high enough up or on target, and it just hung in around the goal, and the stray boot got to it, but it flew out to the right hand side of the post. It goes down as a wide for Spideal, 2 wides for them, but it's far better at the start of the second half from Spideal. There's a little bit of more zest in their step as they drive forward now. Good ball out as far as Cuilinn tries to step inside, put under pressure. The referee said that's going to be a free for the first tackle in there, and now they will have the opportunity again, and I'm not quite sure they're going to bring Manis up again here. Liam O'Conneilla proved in the first half that he was well able to take a score, 1 from play and 1 from a free, and now he has the opportunity from about...
Yeah, this will give Spideal great confidence now going forward for the rest of the half here, if they can knock this over the bar. First score from 4 minutes into the second half.
So it's an opportunity for Liam O'Conneilla, scorer of 2 points in the first half. Suits a right-footed kicker. It's just got to get the boot around this, get it up in the air, strikes it in, strikes it high, and strikes it very well, and that is a good score. And he is, he's not just a good general play, but he's proven now that he's got his eye in for the frees as well this evening. Yeah, he looks like a bright spark for Spideal, a danger player for one of their marquee forwards when they're missing. But it's a great kick and a great score for Spideal. 112 to 5 points. So they need plenty more, but they've began brightly at the start of the second half. It's taken them 4 minutes to get the first score of the second half. And now Cuilinn might be just happy now to not put on too much pressure and just hold the ball, work it up slowly. They're under no pressure whatsoever, leading by 10 points. You'd imagine that this is all about hold on to the ball, find a space, make an opportunity, make an opening, and eventually get the ball forward. They are playing against the breeze, as we told you.
Yeah, they'll just look to suck the life out of the game here and probably draw Spideal out the pitch and try to force an early ball inside again, leaving the space for Niall Welch and Desi.
Aidan Claffey has been lively today, scored 2 points as well in the first half, the wing back. He likes to carry the ball forward as Paul Kelly now decides to bring in Owen Kelly. Spideal have all bar 14, they're 14 back behind the ball, so they're aware of what's coming at them as Cuilinn try to get the ball to James McLaughlin, and off the shoulder comes Gallagher again. Good ball, moved over the far side. Here we go for Cuilinn. Great teamwork here. The ball is flicked across the face of the goal. Referee has spotted a foul for a pullback. Was playing advantage to Cuilinn, and they will get the free on the 40-metre line. As James McLaughlin attempted to go down on the ball later on. Desi Keneally will go over to take it, as Austin O'Connell just points out where that free should be taken. Manis Brannock kindly gives the ball to Desi Keneally. And with 6 minutes gone in the second half, Cuilinn get a chance to extend their advantage as the light begins to fade here in Pearse Stadium as well. Of course, 7:30, albeit on the 28th of July, but the weather we've been having hasn't been great. We've lacking bright sunshine as Desi Keneally puts that up and over the bar. 113 to 5 points now. Desi Keneally with another score. Got some good scores in the first half as well. And this one from a free as Manis Brannock will go to take this. 7 minutes gone in the second half. Cuilinn get their opening scoring. 16 points to 5 as Spideal move it forward now. And it's getting ever increasingly difficult to see the numbers on the on Spideal jerseys. But we'll do our best as the ball comes to Micheál O'Curreen. O'Curreen back this side. Stand side of Pearse Stadium as the ball is delivered in lovely by Sean O'Curreen. 2 players go for it. Breaks kindly for Cuilinn, the full forward for Spideal. We'll have to work it back out the field again towards Pádraig O'Curreen. And O'Curreen now turns back inside, looking for an option. Pops the pass over on the far side. Too much on it, however, gone out over the sideline, despite the best efforts of Oisín O'Murrish. That's what Cuilinn do to you. They put the pressure on you. They force you to, play that pass that probably you don't want to play. Exactly, yeah. They force you to make turnovers. Like the pressure they get on the ball, on the man on the ball, and even the runner off the ball. They're seeing nearly a step ahead already on Spideal. It's when a runner goes, they're getting nearly contact before he's running or on time when running. It's brilliant, really, from Cuilinn. We're coming up on 8 minutes of the second half gone here as James McLaughlin now goes past the 45-metre line. Thought about turning back, gets it to Maloney and inside to Niall Walsh. Paul Kelly is available. There's a bit of space opening up here now. That's a great interchange. Couple of passes there as the ball is sent inside. Here go Desi Keneally still going forward. Goal chance here for Kelly. Brilliantly saved off the line. The referee has said there was a pullback there again. We're going to get a similar free, and it's going to be put right on the 40-metre line, straight in front of the goal, as if Desi Keneally wasn't going to put it over from 5 yards to the right of that. Just made it a little bit easier. But that was a great save off the line there. Manus Brannock doesn't want to give the ball to Austin O'Connell in the end. Desi Keneally will have this chance.
It was a fantastic move from Mike Cuilinn there. They were pressured on the ball. They were finding a runner off the ball. Then it was a backdoor ball into Aidan Claffey. He would fall into the ground, offloaded onto Desi, and the foul came. It was a brilliant move.
I suppose, Pádraig, it was the speed of what they did it. Like, it's all right saying these passes, making these passes and making them when you have a, bit of pressure, but they did them at speed, and there was no answer. Unspecial's defence had no answer to that.
Exactly, yeah. Like, it's every pass has been made, and there's a fella going at 100 miles per hour. There's another player coming at another 100 miles per hour. It's really enjoyable to watch.
So, Unspecial have a lot of work to do here in Pearse Stadium, but in fairness to them, they're trying their best. They are limited with the personnel that they have for this opening round clash, but certainly given as good as they can, given the situation as coming forward as Jamer O'Drining off towards Liam O'Conneilla, by far the liveliest of Unspecial's outfit so far in this game. What options has O'Conneilla got? He's going to go for a score from 45 metres out, but it really was a hit and hope really from there. Sometimes they go over, Pádraig, sometimes they don't, and especially if you're 12 points down, the likelihood that them ones are not going to sneak over.
Yeah, it's an ambitious effort really from Liam O'Conneilla. He's been on form already today, but that was a bit probably too much ambitious.
Bright sunshine in the face of the goalkeeper, Andrew Power. But go up the field about 40 yards, and we're looking out at a massive shower of rain driving down on top of Manus Brannock. It's like two different climates here, Pádraig, in Pearse Stadium.
You were just saying it there, the 28th of July. It's kind of like the 28th of September, really.
It could be for sure. As let's hope we get a bit of August, because we'll have plenty of action to come right throughout the month of August in the football and hurling championships. Plenty of those games will be brought to you live streamed as well, right across the county championships, as Unspecial now looking to eke out some sort of a score here as they move forward. Referee thought about giving a little advantage there, but no advantage accruing, and allows play to continue. Conor Corcoran is back there for Mike Cuilinn. And out comes Owen Kelly with the ball, driving forward. Just playing into the breeze, Mike Cuilinn happy enough just to carry it and not kick it away. Don't do anything stupid with it as they try and find Paul Kelly here. And just as I say, the commentator's curse straight into the hands of the number 19, Liam O'Farrell, and Liam O'Conneilla now. They only got one man to aim for inside. That's Cuilinn O'Lye, has the hand up, but I'm not quite sure he's going to get there. The chance came to Sean O'Curry. And Sean O'Curry kicks it in, or is it Liam O'Conneilla kicks it out to the right hand side and wide. Another wide for Unspecial. And that's just the way Mike Cuilinn are playing at the moment. Like, they've pushing up and really forcing Unspecial to take pot shots.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like they're shooting from 30, 35 yards, where if you're watching Mike Cuilinn in the first half, they were getting the ball into the top of the D, the edge of the D, corners of the D, and they were kicking it from 12 points, from 12 to 20 yards out.
Here we go. With Mike Cuilinn now trying to work it forward, as we'll keep you updated what's going on in Tuam Stadium as well once we get a word from there. The rain pouring down here in Pearse Stadium now. It's opened up in Tuam Stadium as well. 1-6 now to 1-3. Jamor McHale's with a cracker of a goal, we believe, there in Tuam Stadium. So be worth looking back at that one again, as Unspecial have won a free. 12 and a half minutes gone into the second half, and Mike Cuilinn have outscored Unspecial by 2 points to 1 in those 13 minutes. But it's Unspecial now moving forward. Manus Brannock has made a run out from the goal as well, out towards the 45 metre line. I'm not quite sure, does he want to get involved there? He's got to go back pretty quickly now, because Unspecial have fouled the ball on the ground, and Mike Cuilinn take it quickly towards Aidan Claffey. Claffey now moving forward, soloing out towards the middle, has support from his centre back David Wynne. win in over the top. This is good work here by Maigh Cuilinn. Oh, brilliant dummy here. Chances opening up here. Should be a score. Oh, blocked down brilliantly. Might work out for Owen Gallagher. And Gallagher, first attempt at picking it up, goes astray. Ball not gone wide, despite the protestations of on Spideal. Instead, it's back by Mulcahy in around the house, and on Spideal, bodies back there. Manus Brannock now goes on a run, looking to get involved. We've seen it at inter-county level, the use of the goalkeeper as an extra player out around the middle. He's not used here because Liam Keneally has gone 40 or 50 yards with the ball, and eventually will come back to Manus Brannock now, out around the middle of the field, skips past the first man as Tom Clark, goes for the return pass, and a lovely little pass up over the top towards Cuilinn O'Leigh. Cuilinn now being met with a wall of green jerseys, going to go for a score, blocked down brilliantly by Maigh Cuilinn.
It's great defending in there for Conor Corcoran, so it is.
Yeah, he just stuck to the task, kept his eye on the ball, kept his eye on the man, and when he got the opportunity, got the block in there, going to be free in the middle of the field. The referee says play on. Foul was on Owen Kelly, and in the end it's Johnny Maloney now driving forward as an on Spideal player down injured as well.
Dermot O'Doon again. You were on about him at the start of the second.
Yeah, he's had a kind of a torrid time with injury over the last 20 minutes, and Maigh Cuilinn are happy now to hold ball out around the middle of the field. We've 14 and a half minutes gone here. 114 to 5 points is the current score. As I think Jeremy De Bruyne's day might be just up for on Spideal as he gets attention out there, but it's shower thankfully has eased off here as well in Salthill, but the breeze still remains in the back of on Spideal, but they really are struggling to make any inroads into this big lead that Maigh Cuilinn hold. It may even get bigger here as Niall Walsh lines it up. Oh, that's great running off the shoulder. He has support as well coming from James McLaughlin. Tried to step inside. Back to Niall Walsh. Off the right boot. Niall Walsh sends it in. It sends it over the bar. Excellent score. He looks lively. And he really is that target man we talked about in the first half as well. And, you know, not afraid to get involved, Porrick.
Yeah, exactly, Tommy. He's getting himself to 5-6 yards of space. He needs to slot the ball over the bar. But it's brilliant again. I know he's a veteran, and he won't like me calling him a veteran of the game. David Wynn, like he's in link. They're carrying the ball forward. He's getting him on the ball. He's finding the next runner, the next play. He's always seen it. It's really brilliant from Maigh Cuilinn, so it is.
So, unfortunately, Jeremy De Bruyne's evening has come to an end, even though I'd say it gets a pat in the hand coming off from Tom Clark as well. Nice to see that as well, Tom. Of course, acknowledging the fact that, you know, any player can pick up an injury, and on Spideal are going to bring in Pearce or Murrish in a couple of moments' time into the action. But trading by 115 to 5 points, to probably, even at this stage, there's only going to be one outcome in this, and Maigh Cuilinn will get off to a winning start in the defence of their county championship. As De Bruyne makes it off, and the referee says we can continue with a kick out from Manus Brannock. Manus just gets it over the Maigh Cuilinn attacker's head there. That was really, really close. It had been overturned, but it works out for on Spideal, who now go about trying to drive the ball forward through Sean O'Curreen to Seamus O'Dryan. Micheál O'Curreen back to the wing forward, Sean O'Curreen, who's forced to step back outside looking for movement. As a kind of frustrated that movement wasn't forthcoming inside. The referee's going to give a foul if there's no advantage to the midfielder, Pádraig O'Curreen, but it's okay for on Spideal to play on. They don't want free, so Liam Keneally crossfield has support, but again it's lateral, and he has to go back out towards the man wearing 18, Oisin O'Murrish, and on Spideal have the breeze behind them and the driving rain as Manus Brannock now comes up towards the 65-metre line, telling his centre back Micheál O'Curreen where to go, and O'Curreen decides to go this side end towards Seamus O'Dryan. O'Dryan, fist pass inside, slips. The referee thought about giving the free there to the on Spideal player, but it's worked out kindly for Maigh Cuilinn, and they can come forward now. James McLaughlin sees the ball spin away from him. Play on, says the referee, no foul. Great tackle and great work by the on Spideal man to stick with the task, as The ball transferred now through the middle through Dara McHenry. Back out the field it comes to Ciarán O'Leary. 18 minutes gone. 12 minutes to go of normal time in the second half. We just had 4 scores in the second half. 3 for Maigh Cuilinn, 1 for Liam O'Connell after 4 minutes for Spideal. That gives Spideal their tally at 5 points. Referee doesn't give a free there, but it's good work here by Martin O'Drynan. Going to have a shot from out the field, dropping in. Martin O'Drynan, that's a super score by Martin. Very difficult angle. The sun is in the eyes of the Maigh Cuilinn goalkeeper Andrew Power, but not in the eyes of the Spideal forward Martin O'Drynan. Great score.
Yeah, cracking score. They took patience there. They turned over the ball here around the middle of the pitch, and James McLaughlin tacked forward down the right hand side, saw a gap and kicked a great score.
Great score. 19 minutes gone in the second half. Spideal 6 point, 115-6. As we keep a close eye on the sideline to see are there any more substitutions going to be made by either side. But right now, both managers happy enough to go with what they have. As 112 at half time to 4 points in favour of Maigh Cuilinn. So 3 points to 2 so far in this second half. As Niall Walsh gets on the ball again, off to Paul Kelly. Paul sends a lovely ball in the direction of Mahan, and Mahan takes a shot from out the field. Michael Mahan be happy enough to see that one sailing over the bar as well. Good work again. But it's the ease at which they can create a bit of space and the ease they can get their scores, which is, really eye-catching.
That's exactly it, Tommy. Like they kind of play with you around the middle of the pitch, and then they just attack to you and go from nearly A to B the quickest route possible.
So we have a good idea already what Maigh Cuilinn are going to be like this year. Okay, so maybe Spideal aren't at their strongest that they could be, but nonetheless, to go out in the championship and produce a good opening performance, particularly when you're reigning champions, and everybody's wondering what have Maigh Cuilinn got up this year. We know they've added a player or two, and it's quite evident from now that when they get back, what's missing. We talk about Sean Kelly, Peter Cook. There's probably a few more that are not there as well. That have them coming in probably at the business end of thing, round 3, round 4, Pádraig, when you get a fair idea where these groups are going.
Yeah, exactly. Like, even if you look out and there's 50 minutes in the game gone, they've 116 put up, but even conditions are tough. It looks out there like the ball is wet, and it's a great scoring, to be fair. And when you add in the likes of Sean Kelly and Peter Cook to that team, they'll be a force to be reckoned. Yeah,
and stronger if anything that panel has got since last year. But of course, there's the old reliables out there as well, Pádraig, and I suppose you're looking at Salthill, Knocknacarra, Cuilinn, Tuam Stars, Mount Ballymallough, just to mention a few. So we're probably in for a good championship again this year, which is a great thing to look forward to.
Yeah, exactly. We're looking forward to probably, I think, the most competitive year of the championship this for a long time. Like the Cuilinn, they've Dylan McHugh back from injury, Ciarán Malloy back after a horrible injury last year, and Liam Silk seems to be back playing with Cuilinn. Is a massive addition. And then you have Mount Ballymallough with Michael Daly returning to fitness, Owen Finnerty, Barry McHugh, Salthill Knocknacarra, Rob Finnerty, Tom O'Callaghan, John Maher. Some fabulous footballers, and we're in for a thrilling championship, I think.
Yeah, and we really are looking forward with anticipation to the rest of the Galway Senior Football Championship, and indeed the Intermediate Championship as well, and Pádraig, of course. We won't forget the Junior Championship as well, because we'll be keeping a close eye on that throughout the rest of the year as well. We won't have you all the time, particularly when them games are on, but anyway, look, we wish you, Headford, and all the teams involved the very best of luck, because it is that time of the year where everybody wants to see football, everyone wants to be involved. If you're not playing, you want to go and see it and follow your own club. So right here today, we've got big support from Spideal and Maigh Cuilinn as they see both their sides start their championship ambitions here. With 22 minutes gone in the second half, it's Maigh Cuilinn 116, Spideal 6 points, and Spideal have to go all the way back with their free. And the Spanika's out around the middle again. He's out there to offer up that extra man role if he's needed, but right now they don't need him, because it's Micheál Cuilinn gets it over towards the substitute number 28 who's come on, Pearson Mirish for Spideal. Looks lively, wants to get involved, gets the ball off as far as Micheál Cuilinn, as the bright sunshine shines in the eyes and the face of the Maigh Cuilinn goalkeeper Andrew Power down to the right hand side. Spideal trying to maybe get a ball in there that might cause a little bit of a disturbance in around the house, in around the goal, as of course it is All Ireland Senior Football weekend as well. 3:30, Croke Park on Sunday. Dublin and Kerry, probably the final that everyone wants to see, not every year, but certainly it does, I suppose, bring out the best in both of those teams, but it also brings a big following as well, Pádraig. How do you see that one going?
Yeah, look, it's a cracking final. I think we're in store for probably the best footballer of the generation against the itching Dubs to get back and try and take back their crown, I suppose. But to be honest, it's going to be a cracking battle. It can be an either way, 1 point one way, 1 point to Dublin. You can justify it for both teams. For myself, I'll probably justify it going to Dublin. I think they're back in outfit, and even their bench looks absolutely incredible, strength on it. But then again, David Clifford could run the show, and that'll be it again.
Pádraig Cunningham goes for Dublin. I'll stick with Kerry. I just make it interesting as Spideal bring in 2 substitutes, 21 Aidan O'Currin and number 26 Cormac O'Leary. So a couple of run-outs for some of the fringe players as well in this, very much part of the panel at both sides, with 30 listed in the programme, and a very good programme as well, it must be said. That's produced by the county board as well, with the teams numbered right to the very end, and for the opening round games of this championship, the intermediates and indeed the seniors, all in the one programme, and well produced again. And certainly whatever the price of it is, €5, it's worth everyone to have one of them for the games throughout the year. You won't miss a player, you won't miss a name, and as I say, kudos to those involved in putting that together. Not an easy job, Pádraig. I can imagine getting all those teams and all those numbers.
Yeah, you can imagine. Even I'd say some teams don't even want to give out their numbers and names of some of their players. But yeah, look, it's a lovely programme, so it is, and it's well worth the €5.
Yeah, so we'll be using it plenty more throughout the year. As we look at the clock, we're in the final 5 minutes now of this Group A of the Senior Football Championship, sponsored by the Bon Secure, with the county champions Maigh Cuilinn 116 on Spideal 6 points. And we really are playing out the time here, because the referee now is going to talk to someone here for something that happened. He's not happy with the substitute Cormac O'Leary, who's just come on, and something that he did. I'm not quite sure.
He's pointed out there, he's done 2 or 3 fouls and he's only on the pitch, I'd say.
Yeah, well, if Austin O'Connell didn't know him, he's going to know him now very quickly now, because I'm sure he'll tell him his proper name, and Cormac O'Leary is going to get some sort of a card.
Yellow card or black?
I don't know. I'd say it's black. Is it? I know it's yellow. It's hard to see with the strong
sun shining down.
Yeah, it's hard to see. He's picked up a yellow card, so that's first taste for Cormac O'Leary on his introduction, anyways, to get to know Austin O'Connell, as Paul Kelly picks it up around the middle for Maigh Cuilinn, leading comfortably here as we come into the latter stages here. Just over about 4 minutes of normal time to go. It's been comfortable for the county champions. Mulcahy moving it across, and Owen Kelly, who's seen plenty of the O'Neills as well this evening, moves it across the field. And Maigh Cuilinn are happy enough to hold on to what they're doing. That's a right humdinger as well, Pádraig, in Tuam Stadium. St. Michael's 1-8, Dumore McHale's 1-6. About 4 minutes to go there as well. That one's off the outside of the boot by Niall Walsh. That's a super score. You won't see much better than that. Like, just to move through first all, and then to have, well, I won't call it the audacity, but that is an art in itself, to kick the ball at that angle off the outside of the boot.
Exactly, into that wind as well. It's a beautiful score, low trajectory. It's a great score, and the flow and move again from Maigh Cuilinn. To be fair to them, they really are setting out a statement that they're not handing over their friend Fox too easy.
They lead by 14 points here, would you believe it, in Pearse Stadium. But I'm sure there'll be stronger and tougher games throughout the year for them. But Don Connellan will probably say to you, you can only beat what's in front of you, Pádraig. And, you turn up for the first round of the championship, you don't know what the other teams are going to be like, who they're going to have, who they're not going to have. And you just probably, championship is different to league as well. I know you alluded to league early on, but, it's how you're going. You can be going all as good as you like in training or whatever, but it's how you transfer that out into the pitch then,
That's exactly it, yeah. Like, as you said yourself, Tommy, league, it is a great benchmarker, obviously, and it's great to have, but when you step across the white lines on the championship day, it's a completely different kettle of fish. And to be fair to Maigh Cuilinn, they really are delivering on this 60 minutes.
And full of energy as well, even as we come towards the latter stages of this game. And no more so than Owen Gallagher, who, he just seems to have an engine that goes on and on. Paul Kelly, likewise, as Gallagher just loves to get involved, gets those movements.
They offload the ball and the next man's going and offload the ball, another fella. It's brilliant to see. It is absolutely brilliant.
Here they go. They're moving forward now here, and a chance that's kicked in high. Is it going to curl enough sufficiently? No, it isn't. It was coming in from the cornerback, Conor Corcoran, who found himself way up the field. 2 minutes to go, 117 Maigh Cuilinn on Spideal, 6 points. Manus Brannock with the kick out, scorer of 2 points in the first half, alongside 2 from Liam O'Conneely. That was the 4 points for on Spideal. They trailed by 112-4 at the break. And now on Spideal really are playing for pride and a couple of maybe late consolation scores, because the clock and the time very much against them. 1.5 minutes to go as the ball back with Diarmuid O'Dryan on, and brings in the ball drilled forward. Unfortunate there. Liam O'Farrell's idea was good, execution didn't match it, and put it in over the top straight into a Maigh Cuilinn hand, and Maigh Cuilinn start that attack straight away again. Paul Kelly looking for a ball inside, caught inside. That was the first time a mark was called today in my recollection. I haven't seen a mark, Porrick, all day until the final minute of this game, and it was sent inside, I think, towards Conor Bohan, or one of the guys inside there on the far side, Niall Walsh, and a foul, and Desi Keneally will have the easiest of tasks to try and put this one up over the bar. Niall Walsh, very good 60 minutes for him today. We're in the final minute. We'll get the fourth official. 2 minutes of added time.
You alluded to it there, Tommy. The mark ball, Maigh Cuilinn, they've had opportunities when the ball has been delivered in to claim the mark, but they keep the move flowing, keep it going. It's brilliant to see. So it is.
Desi on the 14-metre line, like scoring into that end of Pearse Stadium as well. We're in the final minute here. Desi Keneally gets another point from a free. 118 now to 6 points, so 15 points the advantage, as on Spideal have failed really to cut much of a deficit in this second half. They've only scored 2 points. They scored 4 against the Breeze, Porrick, which is kind of, you've been saying to yourself, even at half time, look lads, we've got to get way better into this, but they just haven't got the space or got the chances. Yeah,
we spoke about it at half time, Tommy. Just even keeping the score difference down like this, every point will count come towards the end of that group. You could imagine with the fixtures and the tightness in that group between some of them teams. So they'll be disappointed with 2 points into that win, because that is pretty strong considering I think Maigh Cuilinn hit 112, didn't they?
Yeah, exactly. So Spideal looking for a free, not forthcoming. The referee says the touch in the ground kind of sums up their afternoon. We're in the first minute of added on time. Ball going to be brought forward now as well by the referee. Paul Kelly, another man that would run for Ireland, has covered every blade of grass here in Pearse Stadium as well. But it's going to peter out here in the end for an emphatic win for the county champions, as we go into the final minute and 10 seconds of added on time being played by the referee. And that goal that came in the 20th minute of the first half, finished brilliantly to the back of the net by Owen Gallagher, set up by the Offaly man Johnny Maloney, and once that goal went in, it put them 1-7 to a point ahead, 9 points up, and they were never going to look back from there. That really, as Paul Kelly gets to know his man in the middle of the field, well, we only got a couple of seconds left, and both these sides have been, exemplary in the way they played the game so far, but something Paul Kelly didn't like there. The referee's going to call him over.
To be fair, I did agree with him. It looked like a striking offence he got into the stomach there when I was going for the tackle.
Yeah, well, whether the referee has picked up that initial one, he's now talking to Paul Kelly, who got involved with the Spideal player as a yellow card. As he not going to talk to he missed one from on Spideal, the one that you spotted, Porrick, and we're 10 seconds or 15 max left in this. The referee's going to throw the ball in, and I suppose the best thing is for both sides probably just to get into the dressing room now and get changed and get back to their respective clubs for the weekend, because you wouldn't like to see it finish out with anything untoward. There's no need really. The referee spotted a foul and Spideal not happy. James McLaughlin wants to take it quickly. We're gone past the 2 added on minutes. You'd imagine we'll be soon hearing the final whistle at St Michael's 2-8, Dumore McHale's 1-7. Right good battle in that one as well in Tuam Stadium, but very much one-way traffic here in Pearse Stadium as Maigh Cuilinn tried to finish on a flourish here. Desi Keneally off the outside, the right boot high. Desi Keneally puts it up and over the bar. It's been a fantastic performance by him. Been a fantastic performance by the county champions, Maigh Cuilinn, and Desi Keneally wraps it up, sends that ball up and over the bar. Austin O'Connell is doing the paperwork in the little notebook. You'd imagine the next piece of action you'll hear will be the whistle from the referee in the middle of the field. Manus Brannock puts the ball on the deck And this could be very much it, as the referee says, yes indeed, it's all over here in Pearse Stadium in the opening round of the Bon Secure Senior Football Championship Group A clash. The county champions, Maigh Cuilinn, laying down a statement for the coming year for 2023, 119 to 6 points. Impressive enough, Pádraig, right throughout.
Yeah, they were brilliant throughout, to be fair. They took, maybe they started the second half, they were shaky for the first 5 or 6 minutes, then they got going and just took control of the game, took over, pushed on, kicked, I think, the last 4 scores there, which is massive, and showed why they are county champions.
County champions have begun the defence of their title here in emphatic fashion here in Pearse Stadium. They led at half-time by 112 to 4 points. The goal coming from Owen Gallagher after 20 minutes. And a second half performance that saw on Spideal just managed 2 points with the aid of the breeze in the second half. The difference between the sides was the little bit of class and experience, I suppose, from a Maigh Cuilinn side who are still basking on their county final success from last year. It's finished here then in the end on a win for Maigh Cuilinn. My sincere thanks to Dermot on camera here in Pearse Stadium, to Pádraig Cunningham on his debut with us here in Pearse Stadium as well. Pádraig, we'll certainly be seeing plenty more of you throughout the year as well. But from me, Tommy Devan, in Pearse Stadium, it's finished here in a win for Maigh Cuilinn. The final score, Maigh Cuilinn 1 goal and 19 points, on Spideal 6 points.
Hi, Paul Bellew, Galway GA chairperson here to tell you about our new fundraiser, Win a Home Galway. For just €100, you could win a brand new sea view apartment in Salt Hill, Galway. Buy a ticket for this life-changing prize and you could be living minutes away from the famous Salt Hill prom, while also having Galway City and Connemara on your doorstep. Just think, you could be living mortgage-free here in one of the most famous cities in the world, overlooking Galway Bay. To enter, simply log on to winahomegalway.com and buy your ticket. Thanks for the support and the very best of luck.